HireRight. I hope all is well, and happy Cinco de Mayo to everyone. This is Jim again for a call. I actually presented our SRM solution to you last week, and I wanted to follow up with a recording here since we have enough time to view an overview of our SRM Mobile solution. I wanted to take the time out today just to do a quick 10-minute peek at this solution that we have here and any questions that you might have. And I'll give you contact information at the end. But I felt that it was crucial to see this portion of the solution because this is something that a lot of customers have really wanted over the last year or so. And as a result, we recently released our SRM Mobile version 1 within the last, I think, few months. So what is SRM Mobile 1.0? Well, first of all, what we need to take a look at is our harbor statement. Basically, this is our legal department saying hi, and it's going over the development, release, and timing of any features or functionality described. Oracle's products remains at the sole discretion of Oracle. So basically, anything that you see here is really up to Oracle's development and release. Now, where can we find the Apple application where this application actually sits? Now, there are a few areas that you can actually find this. Now, if you go into the Apple Store, as we're all pretty accustomed to, these are the different that we can use to find the actual application. So forward. Now, SRM Mobile 1.0 is divided into two main functionalities. Now, when we look at the first one, this ends up with our social marketing part of the solution that we took a look at last week. So basic publishing, quick post edit functionality is part one of the SRM solution. So with users of this app, what they can do is they can be on the fly, they can be on the go, and they can still publish their different social media streams, and we're going to take a look at how easy that is. We also can schedule out posts from our mobile phone as well. Now, looking at Engage, this is the option of the mobile application that is consistent with the Engage functionality we saw in the SRM solution last week. Now, this is the area where it looks in inbox. We bring all the messages in from our own social media channels, but also from the topics that we created. So now with this mobile app, not only can our users push to users based on what social media stream that they want to use, but now we can engage with the customers as well while on the fly. Not only engage with them, but also use some of the other functionalities that are consistent with our SRM solution, and we'll take a look at that as well. But to mention right off the bat, we can create labels, we can assign different messages to other individuals within the SRM solution while on the fly, which is really nice. And also we can filter by date too. Now, some of the requirements for SRM Mobile 1 is that the user has to have iOS 6.1 or greater. It is designed for the iPhone, but work on the iPad on the 2x zoom capability. And then also, it's not intended to be a 100% exact match to what we saw last week. Similar to the other mobile applications out there, we're really picking and choosing the most important functionalities to bring to the mobile app. Therefore, users can use some of these more crucial areas of SRM while on the fly with their mobile device. Now, a sidebar to this is that the Android version of this application is in the works as well, and we expect that hopefully within the year. Now, some of the next phases, we're also looking at here at Oracle. We're on 1.0, but these are some of the enhancements we're taking a look at here within the next few months. Most notably, push notifications, so you don't have to be logged into your mobile app all the time. You can have notifications pushed to your home screen. Twitter conversations, Twitter direct messages, but also additional networks such as LinkedIn, which is right around the corner. We expect that in the next few months or so. There's a few other enhancements here, and then also an optimized UI for iPad as well. So let's take a look at the solution here, and I'm going to bring up my iPhone, and we're going to take a look at a live example of how this actually looks. So as you can see here, I just log into my iPhone here, and I put in my code, so everyone can see what this is, which is A-OK. Now here you can see the mobile app is right here with all my other Oracle applications, and I'm already logged in, so it's not going to go to a home screen, but this is what you would see when you log in. Now, the application is divided into two sections, and we're first going to take a look at the publish functionality. So what we're taking a look at here are all the different messages that are coming through to our inbox, so to speak. What I can do here is I can go into these messages, and I could engage with the customers. But first, what I want to do is I want to publish out to my customers here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a post by simply just clicking the icon on the top right there. And what we can see here is an interface that is going to allow us to not only post a message, but also some other functionalities as well. So the first one of note is the scheduling function. So we can schedule this post for any time. It doesn't have to go out right away. We can add a photo if we wanted to, either take a photo or import one from our photo album. Now here we can actually choose which streams we want to market to. Now if you have Facebook, Twitter, Google+, LinkedIn, all these different media streams are going to pop up right here on this page. So if I only wanted to publish out to my Twitter handle, I certainly could do that, or I could choose both. In this case, we're going to choose both. So I have two social media channels that I am publishing out to. Now with tags, which is really cool, and considering that HireRight is an Eloqua customer, which is great, you can utilize the tags functionality right from here. So if you remember from the presentation last week, tags is a way that you can track your Eloqua campaigns. Know they might be being pushed through SRM. And the tags are just going to link up an Eloqua campaign with an SRM message. So if you're pushing a landing page, or if you're doing something of that nature and indicating it to, what we could do here is we could take a tag from Eloqua. So say that we have a HireRight new customer have in Eloqua. What we could do is we could create a tag for that, import tag into SRM here, and then choose that tag. So say that this cab tag on the top here is something that is relevant to HireRight. I could add that tag, and then now when I push this message, I can track this by not only by SRM standards, but also by Eloqua standards. So I can see which messages are tied to Eloqua campaigns and so forth. So a nice built-in functionality, especially on the mobile side. And then on here, or right here, excuse me, I can just put a sort of title for the messages, all internal. So it doesn't matter what you need. It's all up to your discretion. But here I could any message that I want to. So I'm just going to write some gibberish here, and we could. Right here, we could actually add a hashtag if we wanted to, and then we can track the hashtag as well. Some customer that is using this actually during presentations. And so at a presentation or at a conference, they will assign a certain hashtag to that conference, and then whenever anyone that is in that conference or has taken part in that events, what they can do is they can use that hashtag word, and then as a result, we can track every message that has that hashtag and then respond accordingly. So there's a lot of different ways you can use this application. You can use it in a situation like that, or you can use it just simply how you would use your standard SRM solution, but you're just doing it on the fly. Okay, so that's the publishing function of the SRM 1.0 mobile solution. As you can see here, when I scroll up and down these lists, I can see all the different messages that are coming through, but also I can see at what stage they're in. So this one, second on the top is published, third one from the top is in the draft stage, and so forth. So you can see how you can manage all these different posts, whether they're published already or if they're in the draft stage. Now I'm going to take a detour here, and we're going to look at the Engage functionality. Now, Engage, again, as a reminder, taking a look at is our inbox of all the messages that are coming through from our fans or from our customers through our own social media channels, but also messages are coming through from topics that are built based on our competitor or just based on general topics in general. We can actually reach out to those customers as well. So as you see here, these are all the different messages that are coming through. So I can keep a great view of all the messages that are coming through. And what I could do here is I could simply click on any of these messages here, and I could use some of the functionalities that are consistent with SRM desktop solution. So I can view the post, and we're going to move from left to right. I can view the post in its native form. So this button here would bring right to a native user interface. We can take a look at what that tweet looks like in its native form. I assign this lead to someone else as well. So if I wanted to assign it to maybe someone that is very proficient in conflict resolution, I could assign a customer service related message to that individual right on the fly. We'll use X here as an example. So I could say, hey, take a look at this message here, and we could assign that message on the fly. So that way, once you sign it, again, consistent with the desktop solution, that message would be emailed to that individual, and then they could respond accordingly. So again, looking at some of the different functions here, we have view posts, we have assign, archive, so we can archive them. Type of reason, if you needed to have a paper trail, just have that message handy, you can archive it right from here. We can mark the message unread, so if we delete it, but you want to hear that it's coming up as unread, we can certainly do that from here. And we can also add labels to these messages as well. So if we're reading this message right here, and if we're reading this message here and we feel like this is more of a customer service issue, what we could label this as a customer service issue. That way, once the user comes in, they'll know right away that it is a customer service issue, and it has that tag, and we can see that CAB. And how you name the tags and that stuff, I mean, that's all customizable. That's all up to you at HireRight, but you can get as far as how you can use that to your advantage. And sum it up here, we can delete the message from here. We can reply to the message. That's going to be the most crucial portion of this functionality here, being able to not only view what customers are saying about a certain event or just about your product in general, but we can reply from right here. We can also tweet from here, and we can quote the tweet from here as well. In sum, this is our social relationship management mobile solution 1.0. Very simplistic, easy to use, and we are in the plans of constantly updating this app. So as we all know, if we're Apple users, a lot of applications go through numerous updates, and we're going to update this application to even enhance it even further. But the customers that have used it so far have a lot of great feedback, just because it is going to solve some of their main issues for publishing on the fly and being able to get out a message whenever they want and from wherever they want. And then on the other hand, they have the capability of engaging with all their customers on the fly as well. So if there is a customer service related issue that comes through, we can use the whole labels as we used before in the SRM desktop solution, so we can ensure that that message is being routed to the correct person, or else we could simply, again, just go through Engage here and assign this message to someone to make sure that it gets taken care of right away. So it gives you a watchful eye for all the interactions that are going on about your brand or about your competitor's brand while you're on the fly. And like I mentioned before, this is available. It isn't anything that costs extra. This is part of the SRM solution, so it does come with it. Once you have access to the tool, then you can simply download the application, enter login information, and you're all set to go. So if you have any questions, HireRight, just let me know. Again, this is Jim. I believe all of you have my contact information. But if there are any questions that pertain to the application here that we just looked at, or just any questions in general about what we saw last week, feel free to reach out to me. I'm more than happy to answer any questions. I know that there have been a few that have come through, and I know that we've answered those, so let me know if you have any follow-up questions in regards to those. If not, have a great day, and hopefully we'll hear from you soon. But again, if you have any questions, and have a great Cinco de Mayo, and we will talk shortly. Thank you.